Hey guys, and welcome back to Crash Mind Over Mutants. I think there's something frozen in there. Now while you're exploring all of this area, you're constantly going to be having Cortex yelling stuff down at you over the PA system. Well, not at you, he's talking to all of the students. We are trying to gather some information on Nina Cortex. And, we've gathered that little bit of information. We know that she is in the evil school, which is located on the other side of that large prison tower that we saw way back when we first got to this place. So that's now our destination. There are so many things frozen in here. So this is my second recording session, and this is where I started to get a little bit lost. And by a little bit, I mean frequently. Okay, it's just casually lying there. Huh. Mysterious silhouette. Crash, what are you doing? What was all that about? Why is Crash making armpit farts? I mean, I guess the beginning of the game says it all. I mean, the game literally begins with a clip of Crash kicking a ghost creature in the balls. So I guess that says it all. Luckily, those streams of water, they do hurt the Titans as well. Of course, it doesn't really work when they're frozen. There we go. So yeah, I got lost quite a few times in this part. This part is quite heavily edited. And the next one or two parts are going to be even worse, I can tell you that. I got so lost because of the layout of this game, because of its structure. It's very easy to get confused on whereabouts you're going and how this works, how that works. I don't know if you're supposed to backtrack here like in an unnecessary time, like it's not story important. But like there's a Crash doll up there and I have no idea how I'm supposed to get it. I tried for a while, I gave up. No, you guys don't have to worry about seeing that. So yeah, this is not 100% right. I'm not collecting all of the items, I don't know where all the items are. And since I can't even get most of the additional objectives in the without using multiplayer anyway, I don't really see a point. So we gotta try and destroy that massive hand. And I'm guessing the enemies do keep continually respawn here. I mean, they'll need to, otherwise you're kind of stuck. So the enemies don't respawn anymore, and you need a Titan in order to destroy this. Because Crash of the Titans did that a few times, but you need to use a big Titan to progress. But Crash's normal attacks aren't strong enough to take him out. So you needed to use the attacks of another Titan. But if you got knocked off of that Titan, I'm pretty sure you were stuck. That happened to me like 2 or 3 times. I needed to use a Titan, but I lost it. Yeah. I got defeated, the Titan lost all of its health, and then I was stuck. I couldn't move on any further. So now we have this guy who decides to do the Michael Jackson Thriller dance for quite some time. Buddy, what are you doing? Why are we seeing this? Okay. I have no idea what any of that was about, but whatever. This is the KT.
This Titan can throw enemies around using the power of its mind. How can
I was getting a bit confused here as well, because for some reason it kept aiming in that far corner. I need to use the motion controls to aim, but for some reason it kept on aiming in that far corner. I'm going to completely forget I have that move. Past me, stop aiming at random things. So yeah, you have this is where I finally got the idea. Oh, there's a tutorial screen I can look up the Titan that I'm currently riding. I kind of wish it just allows you to look at the information for all of the Titans. You know, just scroll left or right. But you can't, sadly. So you need to aim at this thing, and it does. So it does something. I think it opens that door. But yeah, I have no idea how to get to that. So yeah, open that to open the door. Pull that to open the door. Because now you have psychic powers. I mean, the one thing that these guys have two benefits. They can somehow hover in the air by flapping their hands, and they can also run pretty fast. Other than that, I hate these guys. Pass me, stop trying to go for pointless stuff. I don't know if you get anything for collecting all of these, but we're not worried about any of this. Let's just move on.
That looks like
Pull down some massive icicles. The moment I can actually start aiming at the things. Just for some reason the thing wasn't moving when I was moving the cursor. I don't know what that was all about. You can move. You can throw crates. You can throw enemies. You can throw other ones of these guys. I'm not sure if it works on the bigger titans. But you can do it there. I think these guys were in Crash of the Titans. I think every one that was in Crash of the Titans is in Mind Over Mutant, but a few of them have now been replaced with boss fights. It's like one of the first really big ones that you encounter in Crash of the Titans. Here it's just a boss. These guys are actually supposed to be my defense, and I'm completely destroying them right here. It's my defense against these guys, but I destroyed one of them. Right, this guy just managed to move out of the way in time. No, that looks like it requires a switch. So, it turns out the Super Mario 3D World was not being original in the slightest. It's just there I had to use a touchscreen. They are dead. It didn't look like they died. It just took a while for them to explode. I'm aiming right at her. This is annoying. This is where I lost my my Ratcicle because I was spinning for too long on this thing. You haven't really got any indicator on how long you're supposed to spin on this thing for. Because it makes the noise to say the gate's even, but it doesn't do that until you stop spinning. I'm quite disturbed by the shape of that platform over there. So I probably could have rescued my Titan. I don't know why they seem to just suffer from heart attacks. You think maybe they just go feral again? But no. Alright, I got myself a health upgrade. Let's get on out of this ice cave. How is it doing that? That makes no sense at all. That went well. Alright, I remember the Koala Kong fight from Crash 1. TNT just falls out of the air. That's where I completely failed to ignore. I completely failed to notice that there's a lever over there. Twice. Let's try that again. That's better. I don't know how that works, but that's better. From one ice cave to another. These loading screens are quite lengthy. For some reason Crash dismounts from the thing. But he does automatically grab a hold of it again. Alright, TNT crates all over the place. You can use them to take out the enemies. This is where I got a bit stupid. What's the best way of getting rid of TNT crates? Throw them at yourself. IR smarts. SMRT. These guys are not fans of grabbing hold of walls. It's a good thing that I can land there. They do not like grabbing hold of ledges, as will be seen later on. These guys hate ledges. Right, be quick here because the ice sinks. I'm not sure if it sinks all the way down or if it just sinks a certain amount. Of course, the weight is perfectly fine with everything else on here, but the moment I'm on here, it can no longer withstand the weight. Okay, so we've got to pull these things out of the walls. All sounds simple enough, but because these things hate ledges, It's way trickier than it should be. It's nothing really that taxing otherwise, you know. Make sure you pull out the horizontal one, don't pull out the vertical one yet. Grab a hold of the ledge. Why does this thing hate ledges so much? It's even calling me a loser right now. How dare it? Right. They can't jump high enough, so you got to dismount the thing, but make sure you keep a hold of it. And then Crash doesn't like to grab a hold of this ledge. So, again, dismount it in the right way. And then I ran off. We don't need to see all of that. I was here for ages. I was also at the next part for ages. So let's just start with this. Pull them all out. You've got to flick the Wii remote in order to do it. I imagine all you have to do is move the analog stick on the other versions. But for this, that's how you do it. It's the Wii, so we've got to make use of motion controls in some way. There's a PSP version of this as well, but here it's not as good. I think it's otherwise fundamentally the same thing, but certain things receives a downgrade or something. It's not. I don't think it's like the DS version where it's a completely different game. Right. God, I was here for so long. Because here's the thing. The KT has... No. The TK, telekinesis, it has this explosion attack. The game doesn't tell you that it has an explosion attack. Now, I did do it earlier on. When I was practicing its controls, I hit Z. And that's how you do it. But if you go to like the tutorial screen and all of that, nothing in the tutorial screen tells you that you can do that. So first I'm just trying to break open the store Crash because I lost my Ratcicle. And there we go. That was what you had to do. As we will now see, I will pause the game, go to the tutorial screen, and that's it. That's the one screen. Doesn't tell you anything about that. That is a dick move. Like not telling you about the. I mean, in the end, you can press buttons, and I don't know why it took me so long to press the Z button when I already knew that was my strong attack button. So that part is my fault. But in the end, I don't know why the instructions doesn't tell you about that. Right. He's just telling me the spooky things are going on. There's this statue here. We were just in this thing before. I can turn it around. I don't know what it's pointing at. There is a health upgrade just above me, but I don't know how to get to that. Like, as far as I can tell, the statue doesn't do anything. So I went up here, turned around, have another go. But yeah, I have no idea what the point of this statue is. Apparently this is the Ratcicle Kingdom. Right here where the school is. Or part of the school. I think there's like 2 schools. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Evil School must be on the other side of this gate, Crash. I think we need a mutant that spins to open it.
If it's not too much trouble, Crash, can you go to the desert nearby? Lots of scary bads for you to fight. They spin, too.
We should head back to Wumpa Island, Crash. You can take the route we originally traveled to get here.
Okay. It begins. The most infamous part of Mind Over Mutant. The backtracking. So we've already revisited a few areas, but we got there through different ways, and then we just had to go a little bit further on. It wasn't too bad, but we went to Engine's house twice. Not anymore. So, this is where I said, screw it! Chaos control! This is at 4 times the speed. We have to redo all of this. We have to go all the way back to Engine's house and beyond in order to get out to the desert. Is there a fast travel? No! Well, there will be, and trust me, I will hate it when we get that fast travel thing, because as wonderful as it is, it's at the end of the game. And they actually make fun of you doing all of this backtracking. This is padding. This is nothing else but padding. Because Mind of a Mutant is not a very long game. You can complete it in about 4 hours. But I guess as a way of a good chunk of that, it's just you going back and forth. Because we're going all the way out to the desert. We then have to go all the way back over there once we're done in the desert. And then once we're done in the desert, once we're done in the ice area again, and we've spoken to Nina at last, we then have to go all the way back to the desert again. It's so tedious. Who thought that this was a good idea? It's very easy to get mixed up. It's like, are you going the right way? Should you be going this way? And I did decide just to change Crash's shorts here. I'm sorry if you can pick up my laptop in the background, by the way. Again, the fan is still broken. I don't know what's caused the fan to become broken. It's been like it for ages, but I haven't been able to get any repairs done for it. But it's even causing the speed up function just to freeze a bit. I don't know if we'll be able to see that in the final video. Alright. I was doing this for ages as well. So we did one of these earlier on in the game, but now we're collecting these 8 treasure chests in this section. And it's sections like this that will really make you hate the game's fixed camera system. I cannot turn the camera at all, and that can lead to some extremely awkward camera angles. I was doing this for so long. With all of the edits and everything, this video is about 26 minutes long. Just barely made this. This video is about 26 minutes long. It was more than 50 to begin with. This one session. This one section. So that's how lost I got. And all I get from that is just a little bit of mojo. Alright. Let's carry on again. Now here's problem number 2. Problem number 2 will arrive in just a moment. I'm thinking ahead a little bit. Going through this section again. This time, however, I am able to go left. As soon as we take out all the little guys. So let's freeze the water. Now here's the thing, you can explore all of this. You can go to that stone area over there, and I don't know if we're coming back here later. We probably are. But right now, this is all unnecessary. And I don't bother digging around anymore. I'm tired of that. It's all unnecessary. You can go over here, and it's a complete waste of time. If you're told to make way to like the Colosseum area, that's what this was, because it kind of looks like a little Colosseum. Again, I have played this game before, but that was like 4 years ago. I do not remember this game in the slightest, other than how much I hated the backtracking. And the ending. The end area is also a nightmare. And I am not looking forward to that part. But yeah, this is all pointless. There's no reason to come over here yet, if at all. The music picks up for some reason, like it becomes a lot more rock. I don't know why that is. But again, I was here for ages, so let's skip that. Let's chaos control our way out once again. Oh, I did go around digging. It's been a while since I actually did this recording. I did this recording before I put up the previous video. So again, let's make our way through all of this. I was checking the map. It's a useless map. It's a very confusing map. So let's just keep going. into Engine's house. And there we go. Found this guy. Told me I was going the right way. But my god, that was annoying. And that isn't even the worst of it yet. We're going to be backtracking to much bigger areas, because of course when we're revisiting old areas, the area that was new to us the first time we backtracked is no longer new. So the backtracking is even bigger. This is no... Okay, he hovered there for some reason. This is no cold hard crash. This is no digging it. This is no future frenzy. Because, I mean, for one thing, this time around you're not necessarily backtracking to the camera or through any ice physics or pistons or anything like that. Just to break some boxes. This is mandatory backtracking through huge portions of the game. I'm all for the interconnected world, I am, but not for a structure like this. Sorry, sadly I had to say goodbye to my Ratcicle. And it's a shame. No, I have to keep this guy. Because then otherwise this game probably is better than Crash of the Titans. Mainly just because it got rid of the live system. That was what I didn't like about Crash of the Titans, is like it was quite easy to die in that game. When the Titans all swarmed at you and everything. Or simply dealing with some difficult platforming sections. But Crash of the Titans had a live system. And if you lost all of those lives, you had to start at the beginning of the level again. And some of the levels could go on a little bit. So I'd say the fact that Mind of a Mutant gets rid of the lives is a good thing. I can just jump right over these guys. Now I think the Titans control a lot better. They all tend to have one or two additional moves. They're not all improvements. I still hate those lava guys. We'll get to the Battlers later on. I despise the Battlers. Alright, but now we're introduced to our next big guy. So this is one of the ones that caused me a problem in Crash of the Titans, where it's like, you needed another Titan in order to beat them up, because Crash couldn't do enough by himself. But if you lost the Titan, because he'd kill it, and then you're kind of stuck. So this is the Scorporilla, who is absolutely beating me up a moment, because again, these guys are so insanely slow. I don't remember what these things are called. And they can do that moveset as well, but they do it much faster. Well, not much faster, but I swear that was faster. So grab this, and I can beat up the Scorporilla no problem. Hitch a ride, and there we go. So he has this sort of punching combo. I'm failing to do the final attack. It's 2 punches, and then you can swing the tail around. And then you can do that. You can smack your tail into the ground, and then for your special attack, you want to shake the Wii remotes. You know, he's a gorilla, and as we know, gorillas beat their chests when they want to intimidate something. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to shake the Wii remote. This is what drains the meter though, which is kind of annoying in sections like this. Shake the Wii remote. It takes a bit, because he decides to do it for a while. Punches the ground. Unfortunately, we now have to wait for the meter to fill up again. Luckily, because he's so big, the Scorporilla can deal quite a bit of damage when the attack works. I don't know why that tail attack didn't work then. Yeah, he's got the strength. He can withstand quite a number of hits. Don't know why I did that. There we go. I think the tail attack works as well. In fact, that was probably the better option, because I don't lose the meter for that. Another crash doll. We'll be able to get that one later on. We just can't get it now. Actually, I probably can get it now. I just have to wait to drop down on the almost on, yeah, because there's the climbable wall right there. I do get it, I just get it later on. You have to wait for the meter to completely refill, sadly, and there's no purple fruit to speed up the process. So for now, just beat up the fodder. Sadly, the Scorporilla isn't very fast. There we go. Takes out all the enemies, and we have finally reached the deserts. And by finally, I mean eventually, because the Scorporilla is not very fast. Yes, one side of this island is a desert, the other side is an ice world. You know what? Mario and Sonic can do it, why can't Crash? But we're finally here. In this labyrinth of a desert. Why have the deserts always got to be the difficult ones to navigate? But anyway, that about wraps it up for this part, so I will see you guys next time.